Hey guys, happy Monday. We will be doing our second week of the 3-2-1 waves. So we're starting with bench press today. This will be our last week of doing this, and then we'll deload next week and then test the following week. So if you did this last week, we're trying to go a little bit heavier, okay, 5 to 10 pounds, depending on how last week felt. Okay, if last week wasn't that great, maybe you have to go a little bit less, but kind of play it by ear. If you haven't done this yet, we've got some heavier percentages to do, okay? So we're starting at 87% for a 3 rep, and somewhere close to that. It doesn't have to be perfect, and go off of something that you feel like you could do today for a 1 rep max, okay? So setup wise, make sure eyes are in line with the bar. Your feet are gonna be underneath the hips, okay? I wanna use them for driving through the floor. All right, hand placement outside the shoulders. I'm gonna lock out the elbows, bringing it over my chest. I'm gonna settle my shoulders down and back, drive pinkies into the bar, drive my feet into the ground. I'm gonna take a big breath, hold. I'm gonna lower that bar to the chest, leading with the elbows. Elbows are staying underneath the wrists. From there, I'm driving through those feet and finishing that drive through my upper body. Okay, so 3 reps there. We'll go every 2.5 minutes, next set 2, and then 1 rep, and then we'll go back to 3-2-1, okay? Hopefully going a little bit heavier than your first set there, okay? That'll be your strength for Monday. Then we'll get into an Amrap, a 14-minute Amrap, all right? We've got some ring muscle ups, devil's press, box jump overs, and then some double unders, okay? So starting first with 3 ring muscle ups, so not too many. If you don't have ring muscle ups, maybe you're kind of close, you've got good pulling capacity or pressing capacity, maybe we just need to work on the turnover, okay? So you can get a box height where you got a good elbow bend, where you can go fully locked out position. You can use your legs to jump, get that pulling, and work on that transition into that dip here. Okay, so I'm gonna jump, keep the rings close to my body, into the dip, and then I can dip out of it, okay? If you're not too comfortable doing that, or you're just quite not there yet, we can get on some low rings and work on the pull here. We're driving into that dip position, and then from there we can maybe work on jumping into that dip, dipping out, working on that that locked out position outside of that dip, okay? Then we have some devil's press, all right? So 6 devil's press. We're going into a burpee, chest to the ground, coming up, back is nice and flat. I'm loading my legs here. I'm pulling the dumbbells into my hips and aggressively going overhead in 1 fluid motion. So you have 6 of those, okay? So not a ton, but enough to be a little bit gross, okay? So do the best you can, just kind of flowing through that and try not to spend too much time on your stomach, okay? Then we've got box jump overs, okay? So you're jumping up onto your box, boom, over to the other side. Try to be more stable than that, okay? So only 12 of those, okay? Kind of a filler movement there. Still getting the heart rate up. And then we have double unders, all right? So 48 double unders, a decent amount, okay? Make sure you're working on good position, keeping those hands in, elbows slightly bent, hands in front of your body, okay? And we're going at the wrist, circular motions at the wrist, okay? Make sure you're staying nice and calm, relaxed, rib cage down, hips tucked as you go into those double unders. If you don't have those, always practice your double unders if you're close, okay? Maybe scale the reps. Otherwise, single unders, okay? If you eventually want to get to double unders, you gotta work on springing up high for those, okay? So that'd be my recommendation for you. So you probably get maybe a handful of rounds going if you're going through that at a decent pace there. After that, we'll do a finisher, okay? We've got some rowing to do, some dumbbell rows. So if you want to post up with a bench here, that's fine, keeping the back flat. I like to bend this knee back here. That really helps me keep my back flat as well. my shoulder back and I'm pulling to my hip, okay? Right there. Try not to shrug up when you're doing that or to overly pull with that bicep. Then you can go into tall kneeling position. Here and we've got some Cuban presses. So you're driving those elbows up over the wrists, rotating, pressing through, coming back down, same way you came. Okay, and that'll be your Monday's workouts.